Disconcerting. Okay. Hello, my cuties and beauties. Sorry for... I was a bit late there. If things will cooperate, I can relaunch the game. That was immediately tabbing out. Okay. Looks like we're, possibly good. Sorry for a bit late. For being a bit late. I got lost playing Terraria with my father. So, yeah. Save that one. Operation complete. Let me come over and pull up Twitch so I can actually see the chat. Okay. How are you all doing? What was I doing? Yes. Pufferfish. Need to go to the library for that quest. Well, luckily I'm right here. Probably should have googled where to find pufferfish or how to catch pufferfish. This probably used to be a factory or something. Oh dear. I'm sorry. Oh. I am so skilled. Penelope.
The Forest of Myth is to the north.
Okay, you're useless to me right now. Good to know.
Popola asked me to organize the...
Gotta find a singular book about cooking. That's it. Cookbook. Ah!
Wait, is this a book of recipes?
Most seem to require rather exotic species of fish.
Yeah, I haven't even heard of some of these. Let's go tell the tavern keeper about it.
Alright. Ow! My poor little knees. So, does everyone have, you know, some water? Or other general hydration fluids? Overly sugary green tea. 25 grams of sugar for one bottle. Ugh. Look. Sounds like, yep, he's back. Well, you have fun murdering the elk. Or deer, whatever they are. I think I have venison, that's all I know. Would elk meat be called venison, or is it just called elk meat? I wonder what moose tastes like. Have any of you? Has anyone out there, you know, tried moose meat?
Hey, so I found a cookbook in the library with some recipes that might interest you.
Really? Let me take a look. Shark? Really? Wow, this is some high-class cuisine. I've never even tried cooking something like this before. Still, shark fin fried rice sounds amazing. Think you could help me track some down?
Oh, what? No, not shark
You
fin.
can eat shark fins? Man. Anyway, sure. I didn't come this far just to quit now.
Oh,
Wonderful.
I will quit
In
now.
that case, here's the shopping list. 5 sharks, 5 bags of rice, and 5 mushrooms. Oh, and thanks in advance.
I will not bring you sharks just for you to eat nothing but the fin.
It is fascinating how gourmet cuisine can survive even in the midst of a food shortage.
My phone. I'm gonna look up how and where to catch pufferfish. God damn it, not no. Fuck! Rep, not... Pufferfish. It's called pufferfish. Blowfish? What? Oh, blowfish. Catch 7 blowfish, sure. Oh. Apparently I can buy them. That's one way around a quest. Fishing item. Location caught at the seafront pier with the lugworm bait. So I should catch them from the pier. Sardines and bream may also be caught from this location using this hand bait. Oh, it can be bought in the fish shop after completing the Fishing Gamut Part 2. Wait, it can be caught right where the old man is? Fish here? Apparently I can. Alright. Hi, kitty cat. Why is it fishing at that angle? It's so weird. Paul! Paul the fishing! This is probably a bucket, isn't it? It wasn't a bucket! It was a bluefish! Jesus, 15 inches? Still can't believe I spent 5 minutes catching that one fish last time at the end of the stream. Or was it 6? Either way, it was way longer than I intended to spend fishing. This is a 3D graphic hologram of a bucket. I will pull all of the buckets out of the ocean. And then I will be the one with a bucket. I forgot to take the chat out of emote mode, didn't I? Oopsie. Couldn't even respond even if you wanted to. Oh. I just got started and my headphones are already dying on me. How rude of them. Another sardine. Well, welcome Xbox. Thanks for taking it out of emote mode for me. I completely forgot about that. Oh, fuck's sake. I'm doing pretty good. I was playing Terraria with my dad for longer than I intended, and that's why I'm like 30 minutes late for the stream. How are you doing? Oh. Really does sometimes. How many blowfish does that make? 550 items, fishing, blowfish 4. I need 3 more. Good, just playing a bit of Planet Base. That sounds familiar. I can't quite put my finger on it though. Somebody wants me to catch sharks, or get them sharks so they can make some shark fin rice. How rude. I'm not gonna do that. If you aren't gonna eat the entire shark, then you aren't gonna get a shark. What? Did I somehow mistime that? What? Oh, this... It's gotta be like a sardine or something. It came up too quickly. Man, I could have pulled up my, what, 20 sardines right here. Possibly pulled up a few pufferfish while I was at it. Oh, this one's putting up a lot of fight. I wonder what it's gonna be. Pretty much, yeah. I had a bit of a rough start. I opened the game, tabbed out of it to start the stream, and then it wouldn't let me tab back in. I just kept minimizing it again and again, so first couple of seconds was closing and then relaunching the game. Oh, it's a bream. Oh, that's a big fishy. What's that quest be to catch like 4 of those? The chances of 2 hours of fishing may happen. Maybe, who knows? Probably not. Not unless I find out where to get sharks at. I think this might be my last pufferfish. Sorry, blowfish.
Did you catch 7 blowfish for me?
Oh, I need 1 more blowfish, I guess. I wonder what the fish blow. Yes.
I got the fish.
Fine work, my apprentice. Fine work indeed. Well, as promised, here's your next lesson.
Alright, time to spend 3 days doing nothing but fishing.
And by the way, Pops, what are you doing with all these fish?
Huh? I'm eating them. What else would you do with such tasty morsels?
Oh,
That was a bit of a silly question.
Huh? Oh, right. The next assignment.
Oh,
Go and catch me 7 rainbow trout, would you?
it's
How on earth can one man possibly consume this much fish without growing weary of his diet?
What I don't eat, I sell. But I can eat a lot. Now get moving, apprentice. Them fish won't catch themselves.
yeah. We're gonna go on a fishing adventure. I'm pretty sure rainbow trout are caught in, around my village. Let me just Google it. No, not puff. Rainbow trout. Why? I don't think I need to run it to find me the rainbow trouts. Good job, Ed. Bored, you got me this far. Alright, rainbow trout are caught using a lure, northern plains or the docks. Or on the docks.
Black squalls in our village now.
Oh, apparently the last fish in these quest line require sardines to catch. Northern plains. Oh, hi, kitty cat. Welcome back to my room. Did you have a good run? Oh, it's cloudy. I get attacked by shadows. First, where are the ducks? I think they're probably talking about over here. Either that or down here. What are you doing? Hey! Stop! It's not even about the noise, it's that you're trying to go into the fucking litter box and play. Honestly. My door's open this time, so... you can just kind of run in and out whenever he wants, you know, go meow meow. Alright, and rainbow trout are caught using the lure.
Learn from my past mistakes. This time I shall be silent. Why, those fish will have no idea that...
Shh! You're scaring them away!
Oh, right.
Oh. Okay, why do their weapons stagger me, but like, mine don't stagger them? Oh hey, I'm invincible while fishing. Yeah, I can't touch this. This is stupid. Woo! Rainbow trout. Oh jeez, that is a vastly like a larger new record. Oh, definitely not. A broken saw. Cat's off being mischievous. I mean, I highly doubt it. I mean, this is only like a... oh, what, a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fish quest line? And at least 2 of these fish at the very bottom require sardines to catch. Oh, hey! It wants me to catch the black bass at some point. Wonder how many of those I need to catch. Hopefully not too many, given I already have one. That thing took me 5 minutes to reel in. Maybe it's because my fishing level was too low. Looks like I'm gonna do the next main quest line quest before turning in these rainbow trout, given I'm like in the exact area I need to be to go to the area. So no, this isn't gonna be a fishing stream. As fun and funny as that might be. Rainbow trout 5. I needed 7, I think. Ah, can. Meow. Oh, it's the fish. It's out of there. Well, that's in there now. Not even a nibble. Wow, another can. Meow. My fluffy guy, my fluffy boy, come on. I want to give you scritches. You're a mini dance. Alright, I think that's all the fish I need for him. Yep, 7. And you wanted, just to be doubly sure. Alright. Now, 4 seconds. Yeah, my faithful steed. Imagine you and your buddies go out hunting for some sheep and some dude with a boar comes barreling through and runs over 3 of you. Well, that boar is being difficult. There's nothing up there that you can't even fit up there. Why are you sniffing around up there? You weird kitty cat. Oh hey, these ones shoot magic. He's bravely running away, he's bravely running away. So, do you have a good drink? Ooh. They live in tree stumps.
It sure is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill. There's trouble on the way. I'm certain of it.
Well, good to know.
You know, a little optimism
Hello,
now and then
music.
wouldn't hurt, Vice.
Such cheek.
Beware. Beware. The words.
The words? What do you mean?
Contagious words.
They have a safe spot at the start of every village. Haven't you noticed?
Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Why is his voice rose in a quizzical way?
It is not quizzical.
Wait,
What's going on?
what? The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
The mayor stared at Dragon and Wise.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the forest of myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Wheeze stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes. I think you have.
Said the mayor.
In other words, we've caught the death dream?
Said Dragon. Before the mayor could confirm Dragon's suspicion, Wise exploded with rage.
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
What? I love how these games twist with, like, stuff, but this is so weird. The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, then quickly changed the subject to who Dragon had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Said the mayor. Dragon and Wise racked their brains, but could find no easy solution. They were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations. I talked to just the mayor and nothing else.
Grimoire Weiss does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mayor suggested that Weiss could chose his words carelessly, seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator.
This is such a weird messeing of the fourth wall.
It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Weiss looked skyward, as if searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
The anger created by his harsh words bled over to Dragon like a contagion. Wait, said Dragon suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, the villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled wife aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Something specific. Some specific combination of words. What was it? It was about dreaming, or something that dreams, or... Oh! What the hell was it? A sheep? Cried Luis suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. Into this head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Dragon's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream. That's what he said. I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of paper from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Dragon. That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across the lone piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along. But I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Weiss immediately fired back. I applaud your force of will it takes to research a Will you stop, you little kitty cat? No? Thank you. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said. But perhaps we should bend your efforts to escape this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the very first moment, I realized I was locked inside my own dream. I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said, to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people who could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free. And I won't stop trying until it happens. Dragon nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod. Look, if we can be of any help, said Dragon, just ask. Now hold on. I did not just say that. Silence! Cried Weiss. The Grimoire looked from Dragon to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Weiss. His face is always confident. Thank you very much. Now, see here, Mayor. You told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it. But yet you seemed surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? Good fucking lord, so many words. The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my god, he said. You're right! You're right! Thing is, if it's theirs, couldn't they just make an exit? Well, that's the thing. They seem to have been unable to. I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Weiss, and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called at the departing forms of Dragon and Whis. We're all counting on you. As Dragon slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of deja vu. I saw this man once before, he thought. But where? Dragon's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. No! No, is this suddenly a text-based adventure? Fuck, I don't have enough fluids to keep my throat moist for this. Dragon's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. Yeah, I would have just skipped all of this little... Honestly, but like... I don't think we... Like, I think I can just skip it, but like... It feels like it's gonna be important somehow. They wrote a novel for us, after all! But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. And then get mad because I don't understand what's going on. I've done that so many times, music, so like with various other games. More than once he had been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Whis was proving to be a spectacularly poor travel companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging Dragon to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Whis muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Dragon snapped. Okay, Whis, grab it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. Oh, hey Constellation, or Constellarian Lunation. Hi, Nation! Dragon leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the nuts from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big? He muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. Dragon slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Whis, what's going on? Dragon could see Whis' mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insect screamed, the forest howled, and then, just as Dragon's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Wait, no, it's I feel like I'm reading a very silly book. Woo woo wooma, woo woo wooma. Okay, this is kind of fun. Chic, chic, seek, chic, 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 seek. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, Dragon began to detect patterns of the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just a white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. One with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages, it's a riddle! I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place? Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 of it with it is dangerous. What is it? The answer is a secret, the answer is a seesaw, the answer... How should I know? Oh god. Sorry. What do you guys think? Clearly doors and wheels? That's not an answer! Should I just pick one at random? Bro. The music is so dramatic too! I don't think an answer was in there at all! Inwardly curious that Whis left the test to him, dragged inside and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret. Right? The sound of the insect stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Dragon, like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest anthropods are making a road for us, said Whis with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Dragon moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest accepted us? Huh? Said Dragon after a bit. Whis spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. My jaw is hurting from talking this much. Ah. As Whis finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Dragon picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. At least he didn't try to take a drink. Good heavens, said Whis. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I entered through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easy, barked Whis. Now answer it. Dragon grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right, after all. This one is pretty easy. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? The sunlight, obviously. Obviously. Sunlight! A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume. A bird would have to break the window, though. Creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. Or the window would have to be open. What if the window didn't have glass? It was just like just a hole in the wall, essentially. It could have been a bird in that case. And the bird would leave when night falls to go back to its nest. It could have been a bird in that situation, I guess. Creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned across the entire horizon. In all my years, said Whis softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey look, cried Dragon, awakening Whis from his daze. There's a house, or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, we saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Whis? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? We gotta stick to the answers provided, okay? We can't just go making up our own all willy-nilly. Dragon walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open, and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Oh, say hi to Abby and, well, Wes. For me. Began Dragon, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand up and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning, and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? Dragon tried to ask the cloaked man who he was, and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage in this man in conversation, said he, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said Dragon, but at least it's an easy one. And well, Wes at Lamau? I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? A man, a demon, or an angel? The obvious answer is a man, but these two sound kind of interesting, actually. And I'm curious what would happen if we gave something that's not like... What do you guys think? Demon or angel? What are you giggling at, music? Alright, we have a vote for an angel. Anything else? Alright, an angel. We have 2 votes for it. An angel. As the words were spoken, Dragon found himself covered in a snow of perfect white feathers. Holy shit, it's a choose-your-own-adventure book. A warm, gentle feeling ran his spine as a feature of unimaginable beauty shimmered into existence. Dragon found himself unable to hold back tears as the being's voice rang out. You are incorrect. Please make another choice. Oh, I'm gonna go with a demon this time. A demon! As soon as the words were spoken, the forest began to swirl around them. Leaves ground and fell from trees. Branches withered and died. The tall green grass shivered into dark curls of ash. Suddenly, a massive demon appeared before Dragon and unleashed a tremendous roar. Wrong! Now try again! Okay, I have 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, and by the end of the night with 3. What am I? It is a man, because at the morning you are a child, a newborn baby. You crawl on 4 legs. You crawl around on your legs and hands, so you have 4 legs. At noon, you are an adult or a teenager, whichever, and so you walk on 2 legs. But at the end of the night, you are an old man, and you have a cane now to support yourself, so you walk on 3 legs. Do you get it now? Or did I speak too quickly? Or explain it poorly? Okay. A man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor? Cried Dragon. The small man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a vision of you that was not yourself. Sorry? What do you mean? What's that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the Death Tree. Now, you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Dragon watched, the mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Dragon and Whist returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. "Good gravy!" he cried. "You made it! You actually made it back!" His left hand grasped Dragon's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket. His right seized Wise by the cover and swung him through the air. "God, by the heavens, stop shaking me, you fool! We have not even told you if we were successful or not." The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. "I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again." Dragon withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. "We broke the Death Dream seal," he said. "At least, I think we did." My jaw! Blah, 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 blah. The mayor's face beamed as Dragon filled him on the details. When the tale was done, the three of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Dragon cocked his head. "Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep?" "Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself." Dragon and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. "Have you forgotten?" continued Whis. "It is words that control the death dream. Words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue." With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. "This is the first time," began the mayor, "the first time I have felt tired since I was imprisoned here." His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour, or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Dragon shook the mayor's shoulder gently. "Good news," he said. "I think we made it." "Oh, wow," said the mayor in an awed voice. "We did. I'm back." He blinked once and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. "You two have no idea how much this means. The death dream was spreading through our village, and I want to. Well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it. But I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream." The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Dragon and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. "Real life may take some getting used to," said the mayor, as a wry smile crossed his lips. "Fuck, can the characters please speak themselves? I've been reading too many words." "You shall relearn in a short order, I am sure," said Whis. "For now, you should return to your home and rest." "No," said the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. "No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the death dream. I have to save them." The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. "This is a holy tree," he explained when the prayer was finished. "It's the guardian of our village's history and memory." "Superstition will only make our mission harder," muttered Whis. "We should not put our faith in the gods." The mayor shook his head. "Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse." Dragon and Whis could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, but anyways. This is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Dragon mentioned the strange bed who had given them the third riddle, and the mysterious words he had left them with. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the bear. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I have a feeling that I'd seen you before too. Dragon tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figured it's just some kind of illusion created by the death dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Dragon gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly, his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. And what exactly is going on here? The riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh fuck, they're finally talking them on their own.
Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Dark Execution. Summons magical spikes from the ground to impale enemies. Charge to increase the number of spikes. Oh, it's that one.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
Ah! No. No! Please don't tell me I can/have to go through that again. I mean, okay. I'm gonna go save real quick, and then I'll talk to them. If this is more, you know, unending reading, I'm just gonna, leave that for later. Ooh, antidote reader. Haven't had any of that in a while.
This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear that way, yes.
No. Oh, thank God. It asked me. I asked for consent before dragging me into another book. So, my two viewers, do we go through another one or two books of dreaming? Or do we just move on? I'll take whichever answers first, you know? Okay. We did just save, so if it ends up being too long, I can always just pull out.
This person...
It would appear...
Can't say I'm very excited to go back there. That dream world sort of creeps me out.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission.
Yeah.
I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? My box, my prison, is tucked beneath a stairway in the long, unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside, I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that plays without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he has forsaken me. Time passes and eternity slips by in a single tick of the clock. Wow, this guy's dream is so freaking melodramatic. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say. My savior! I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help, I laugh, I sob. Surely this is a product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all the gods, help me. Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired boy and a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain, and I am forced to turn away. Ah! Who are you? I ask, shaking hands, covering my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grimoire Weiss, and this is the dragon. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one known as Dragon extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are as keen as ever, and they recognize the staccato. I'm gonna Google that word real quick. Staccato. Word. Okay, but how do I pronounce it? It has pronunciation. Staccato. Apparently, staccato. Alright. And they recognize the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought to hear that again, I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Memorius. Look at your feet. I forced my eyes open to see water pooling around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time, that long-forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers, no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves, like the endless entrails of a giant. I squint down the dim corridors and proceeded north. At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet envelopment. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of gray matter. It has been shoved aside. It has been shoved against the wall, against the side of the wall. And despite my fear, I think I see the outline of a door just beyond. When I reach out to finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds in the back and back again until the horror draws fully upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know, and sanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter, I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. I squint down the dim corridors, and proceed east and proceed south. Staccato. Anyway, do we proceed east or south? I'm thinking east. What about you guys? That's a very good question. Rewind the stream, maybe? We'll go east. I squint down the dim corridors and head north. I squint down the dim corridors. If we go south, we would just be going the way we came. Maybe west? At the end of the path, a row of heavy wooden casks lie on their sides in a dark chamber. Doubtless they are filled with wine. My thirst roars to life. I cannot remember the last time my parched throat had relief. I scramble to the first cask and pull frantically at the cork. The theft of a few cups means nothing, I tell myself. The casks will be ruined by the flood regardless. Finally, the cork surrenders to my attack, and thick red liquid bursts forth from the hole. This is no wine. It is blood still warm from the body, whether animal or something else, I cannot say. The foul liquid soon mixes with the rising floodwaters, creating a warmth that laps against my thighs. By all the gods, are the rest of these casks filled with blood as well? I lack the courage to confirm my suspicions. Disgust quickly becomes fear as I turn to flee, but my weakened legs betray me, sending me toppling over into the red ocean below. The smell of death is everywhere. It threatens to consume me. I must escape this hell. Crawling on all fours like an animal, I hold back screams lest my foulness enters my mouth. I lurch forward through the red waters and out the room to freedom. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed east. Alright, so we went west last time, that led us to the wine. Oh, we came from the south, or we went north to get here, so if we go south, we'd go back on ourselves. We'll go north again. At the end of the path, the waters rise to my waist, exhausting me both physically and spiritually. I pray that this is the way out. Eventually, I stand the sight of the water no longer, and so turn my eyes upward. My surprise when I see a series of paintings hanging on the faded plaster wall. Each depicts a person in the prime of life, clad in clothing of the highest quality. The styles, however, are strange to me, leading me to believe that these people had lived long ago. I'm gonna take a quick drink. Yeah. One subject wears an outfit that particularly catches my eye. It is constructed of a thin, breezy cloth, and decorated with a motif of flowers and birds. Well encircling the figure's waist is a leather belt, the most perfect construction. It is a stunning costume, even by modern standards. As I gaze upon the portrait, I am struck by a desire to touch it with my own hands. Yet, as I extend a single finger to the painting, I am gripped by a most unpleasant feeling. Staring closely at the image, I see it bend and warp into the shape of another finger. Something behind the picture is pointing at me. Is it another prisoner? A fellow inmate trapped in for eternity in this place? I cannot let it pass, and so I seize the portrait with both hands and throw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the painting, and inside, I can just make out a body. Whether or not this is a prisoner, there would be no rescue. The poor soul is long dead. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Only a small amount of the fabric has survived, but it features the same delicate designs that were depicted in the portrait. I have been admiring a row of corpses blocked from view by portraits of each victim at their pinnacle. Enough! Shielding my eyes, I paddle forward through the water. I squat down, I squint at the dim corridor, and head south. Alright, the last direction we can go is west, unless we're doubling back on ourselves. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed east. The water has risen to my chin, and now laps greedily at my mouth and nose. "You dumb bastard!" shouts Dragon. He surely desires to say more, but the rest of his insults are cut short by the rising waters. Rimmerwar's rise. Wet and tattered, floats on the water's surface. It is already too late for him. This wasn't how it was supposed to end. Ah! Oh! Oh, a strength capsule. Let's try that again.
This person
It would have...
can't say I'm very.
Perhaps you should...
Yeah.
Skip. We have been through all of these many words. It was probably east. I meant to go east because west was the wine that we poured. Now that I think about it. All right, I proceed north. All right, gray mass. It turns to dust. It is a pile of corpses. Yes, that would be great. What direction did we just go? Was it east? Was it west or north? I think we just went north. I'm gonna go east. North. West. At the end of the path. Oh, no, what? Alright, don't put that east. Alright, so we went east. No, we just went west. And that led to the wine. If we head east, at the end of the path I find myself in the great hall, with only the sounds of rain for comfort. The waterlogged red carpet squishes beneath my feet as I approach the center of the room. Once there, I behold a beautiful dining table, upon which rests china and silver of the finest construction, as well as the remains of a fantastic feast. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a dinner guest. Noticing movement, I approach a chair at the table's head. But, as the truth of the matter dawns on me, I recoil in horror. The host of the feast is a corpse, as are all the invited guests. An army of foul-wheeling insects have made homes in their remains. And this is the movement I saw. This once splendid feast was now nothing more than a requiem for the damned. I take a moment to steady my shaking hands, then slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands on the chair upon which the dead were seated. This is a mistake, for the chairs proved to be even more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that run from the seat, up the back and down the arms. This explains the color of the carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead when the meal began. For if not, it is a simple task to envision the agonized screams that must have sprung forth from their mouths. My mind grasps frantically at the possibility that these souls had committed some terrible crime for which this was punishment. Though in truth, I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper. I squint down the dim corridor and proceed north. That's new. Against all hope, we make it to the front door. Break it down, some cried, and so I give myself to the effort. In tandem with Dragon and Grimoire Weiss, I slam my body against the thick, sturdy door. Pardon. And the third try, it gives way, and we find ourselves sprawled on the ground outside the castle. The storm is in retreat. The clouds above are still dark and foreboding, but to the west I can see a thin shimmer of sunlight trying to break through. How can I thank you? I cry as tears of joy rain from my cheeks. I would surely have died in there. Looking down, I suddenly notice that my dress is in tatters, and sheepishly try to cover my exposed skin. Your dress? Asked Weiss. Then you are a woman, madam. I am. I prefer the two a smile. I suppose that comes as something of a surprise, seeing as how I exist only in the form of words. I can see that the one known as Dragon is disappointed that the torn dress will give no further description, but he hides as well. With a nod and a shrug, what a fucking pervert! Oh my! With a nod and a shrug, the three of us set forth to our awakening. But behind us, an awakening of another kind is taking place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle's windows are shattered with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, uncountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have awakened to their new life as shades.
Do you have anything to say about that?
Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time.
I hear that.
Thank you so much for saving me. I never want to have a dream like that again.
Alright, let's go save and check out person number 3. What's this? Ooh, a spirit capsule.
And another victim. This work certainly is trying.
I'm gonna take some more sippies of my drink because, dear Lord, this is a lot of reading.
I figured a book like you would be into all this word stuff, Weiss.
Even I have my exceptions. Now let's be off.
Alright. A colony of massive sculptures was visible in the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. Weiss and Dragon had never seen such a sight, and their eyes widened as they tried to take it in.
Those buildings must be huge if we can see them from this far away.
Holy shit, they're speaking in this one.
What do you think, Weiss?
As Weiss considered his answer, the sun beat down on them with renewed ferocity.
Perhaps they are some manner of mirage,
he said. Under this heat, a mirage or two would hardly be an unexpected sight. Dragon nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. The ancient road on which they walked was black and cratered with age. Here and there, thin wisps of grass push up through the rocky surface, as if fine those would lay this material down over their home. The heat reflecting off from the road made Dragon lightheaded. His feet hurting, he crouched down to rest. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Is someone playing a joke on us or what? The complaining had already begun. Weiss tried not to let his eyes roll too much. A joke? He said. No, no joke. This road leads to the City of Art. Perhaps the path itself is simply some matter of grand artistic work. Is this just the survivors of Half-Life 2? Haven't played that one yet. I haven't even beaten Half-Life 1. God, I need to play those. You don't sound very sure of yourself there. Perhaps not, but thinking of it in this way might make it easier for you to bear. The dragon glanced at Weiss's grinning face, shook his head, and resumed walking. Jeez, I'm sorry. As time passed, Dragon's feet grew more painful, and his throat drier than he thought possible. He tried not to look further than the next step ahead, because the bright sun made him hesitate to trust his own senses. We are definitely getting closer, said Weiss, in an effort to cheer his companion. Yes, this much is certain. Encouraged, Dragon lifted his gaze. Suddenly, he stopped walking, choosing instead to stand in the middle of the road with his mouth and eyes wide open, and his finger pointed in the distance. Water! He cried. It's water! Water? Asked Weiss. Preposterous! I don't see any water. Over there, just ahead of us. Look, the sun is reflecting off of it. Without waiting for a response, Dragon sprung to life and bounded towards the sight. What in the... There was no water. There was nothing but sand in every direction. Dragon closed his eyes and sighed as Weiss floated up behind him and chuckled softly. I believe this is known as a mirage, he said. Many a desert travelers have spoken of such things. Dragon shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly, he pointed off in the distance, his eyes wide once more. Wait, there it is! I just missed it! Look, it's right there! Dragon sprinted off again, leaving Weiss with no choice but to follow. What a fucking idiot. After a few minutes of running, Dragon came to a halt. I could have sworn it was right around here. Confused, he put his hands up to his eyes and rubbed them vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue, shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. With a shout, he bounded off in search of it. The chase continued for nearly an hour until an exasperated Weiss finally floated up to Dragon and struck him in the face with his cover. Enough, you blithering idiot! Stop this at once! There is no water here. Dragon's face clouded. There isn't? There is not, and perhaps next time you will listen to me when I tell you as much. Weiss paused for a moment, and then continued speaking, in a slightly kinder tone. However, I suppose this mad chase was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived in the City of Art. Dragon looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. Their journey was at an end. They're huge! Cried Dragon, completely forgetting the heat and pain for the past few hours. I've never seen anything so big. Each sculpture was formed from roughly the same shape, a tall rectangle that stretched up towards the sky. But that is where the similarities ended. Most were covered in plain panes of glass that reflected light in 1,000 directions, while others seemed to be nothing but frames of steel. Oh, it's just a city in the desert. Oh no, New York has been overrun with sand. I suspected as much from the beginning, but yeah. Some had tall spires on their tops, while others posed triangular caps. What kind of city is this? Said Dragon. Where are the people? Where are the houses? Perhaps the land is intended exclusively for artistic use. City Skylines 2.1. The debate continued as they made their way through the city. Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Great iron crates with wheels sat silently on steel rails. Beautifully carved works of light, with lights of red, amber, and green dangled over every street. It literally is just a city. Oh my god. Bye. I love you, Dad. As they moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in glass or brick. Many were composed of materials they had never before encountered. The sheer variety of colors and styles was staggering. Unable to find a theme or purpose to the abstract works around them, Dragon and the Ice eventually fell silent. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered 3 sculptures in the shape of humans. Dragon uttered a sigh of relief as he approached them. Finally, I was getting tired of modern art. The 3 statues were indistinguishable, except for a single word chiseled into their right arms. 1 read Alpha, 1 read Beta, and finally 1 read Gamma. Sculptures. As Dragon moved to touch the nearest statue, a bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures, alighting on the statue's shoulder. It emitted a brief, beautiful song that took the form of words. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false ones will only speak lies. With that, the bird departed. As if on cue, the 3 statues shuddered to life, acquiring color and form as they began to breathe. "Hey, look at that," said Dragon. "They're alive." The triplets bowed low before Dragon. "Please," said Alpha. "You have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real." "Stop lying," said Beta. He turned to Dragon and threw his hands in the air. Alpha's a fake. You know. I'm the real one." "What a load of crap," said Gamma. "Beta is a fake. Everyone knows I'm the real one around here." The respective pleas given, the 3 statues returned to their frozen state as a silent split. Okay, so Alpha says it's telling the truth, Beta says Alpha is lying, and Gamma says Beta is lying. This is a logic puzzle. Okay. So if Gamma is telling the truth, then Beta is lying, which means Alpha would be telling the truth. If Alpha is telling the truth, so that would mean that the 2 were telling the truth, which cannot be true. If Alpha is telling the truth, then Beta is lying when saying that Alpha is, and when Gamma says that it is telling that Beta is lying. Beta is a fake. Not that Beta is lying, Beta is a fake. Which means it could be Beta, actually, because if Beta is telling the truth, then it's saying that Alpha is lying, so Alpha would be... So Alpha is the liar. And Gamma saying that Beta is a fake would be a lie, leaving us with Beta as one truth. If Gamma is telling the truth, then that means Beta is a fake, which saying that, oh, Alpha is a fake. Alpha's a fake. You know, I'm the real one. Oh god, they're not saying each other are liars, they're saying that they're fake. I've run this with the wrong premise! When you consider all the statements, only one of them could be the real thing, said Weiss. Dragon frowned, his eyebrows, furrowed his eyebrows because the answer. Alright. The others are only one form is real. The others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false ones will always speak lies. So Alpha claims it is real. That is the only claim Alpha makes. So Beta is claiming that Alpha is lying, and is a fake, and is telling the truth. And that Beta is the real one. So that's 3 claims. Gamma is making the same claims about Beta. You know what? Fuck it. Let's find out. I don't have a clue. Dragon took a long look at the statues and tried to clear his mind. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered. Oh, it just starts it over. I mean, Alpha is claiming that this is a nightmare. I guess. Alpha, I am real. Beta is saying that Alpha is a fake. I'm the real one. Beta is a fake. I'm the real one. So, if Beta is truth, I think it might be Beta. The real one is Beta, whose dragon's voice betrayed a notable lack of confidence. He was relieved to see Whis nodding at him. If Alpha was telling the truth, began Whis in a dry tone of a lecture, Beta and Gamma would be fakes. But in that case, Gamma's claim that Beta is a fake would be the truth, even though Gamma is a liar. Therefore, that theory crumbles. Now, let us presume that Gamma spoke the truth. That makes Alpha and Beta liars. In this situation, however, Beta is calling Alpha a liar, which would leave us with 2 statues telling the truth. Finally, let us assume that Beta is telling the truth. If so, Alpha and Gamma's lies would make sense. Therefore, Beta must be real. I was right on my first go, yes! As Oasis finished his explanation, Alpha and Gamma crumbled soundlessly into dust, while Beta sprang to life once more. Congratulations, villager, said Oasis in a cheerful voice. The time to awaken has arrived. Thank you for saving me, cried the villager. He dropped to his knees and bowed his head as low as it could go before an uncomfortable dragon pulled him to his feet. Why did you have a dream like this? Asked Wise. Have you been to the city before? The villager slowly looked around at the bizarre objects and sculptures that dotted the landscape, and then shook his head. I don't think so. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could have ever been to a place like this. But at the same time, I feel like I've seen it before. Deja vu, muttered Dragon, just like the mayor. The vague sense of unease that struck Dragon during the mayor's dream spread once more through his mind.
That was rough.
I think this curse either has something to do with the Nier Automata, the last game, or it might have something to do with the introduction.
I am positive I have seen that place before.
Okay, that's enough. Don't need you getting all weird on me too.
Ah.
Okay, there. Now all the villagers can wake up, right?
Yes, if the mayor's assumption was correct. I think I have had enough wordplay to last a lifetime. Thank you very much.
You're telling me. Anyway, let's go see the mayor.
What? Aww. Oh, hold on. I'm kind of hoping an achievement for, like, doing that. Like, that was a lot of words.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Here, I have something for you.
A one-handed sword. Faith. Oh, hey! I got you music.
Wow, this looks valuable. I can really have it?
Of course. It's apparently a weapon of some renown, but we have little use for it.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you again.
I find myself using magic a lot more, so if this is a weapon that does increase magic, I might use it. Faith. Less damage, less magic. Very light though. Let me at least look at it though. Oh, it's a katana! Well, I'm gonna be a weeb from now on.
So how was the village?
Oh, it was truly magnificent. There are no words. Really.
Neat.
Let's get back to Popola. She'll probably want to know what's going on in there.
Let's make a quick pit stop by the smithy. That would be over there. Ha! I mean, for real, like, we spent a good, like, hour there. Alright, don't need to break boxes anymore. Yep, alright. Ah. My throat feels kind of funny after all those words. I don't think I've talked that much that quickly in a very long time.
How can I help you? Need some work done on your weapon?
I need to go gather some broken antennas. You know what? We've
Come back
got
soon.
like 20 minutes before I plan to end the stream, so let's spend the rest of this time just murdering robots. I'm sorry, little mouse. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go wish my dad a good day before he heads off to work. I'm back. Alright, of the music here. It really reminds me of the Nier Automata. Like, I just cannot stop gushing over that one. Maybe I shouldn't have sold all those broken antennas all that time ago. Oh, hi. Wow, you're kind of pointless, woman. Oops. He got blown up. This one. Oh, hey. Fighting these ones here. Cat one's in now. Congratulations, you're in now, kitty cat. Welcome to being trapped for the next 10 minutes. Actually, over there on the ground, I might as well use one. Alright, time to run that dungeon again. Woo! Bravo to the side. Do you guys remember how many of the antennas I needed? I think it was like 20 or 30? Seriously don't know how I'm supposed to deal with that besides just a barrier. No, I don't need voters. I need antenna. Oh hey, I leveled up. I think I might continue playing this after stream and just farm this location. No, no. The fucker doesn't get to live after that. It'd be nice if I got the materials from those robots that like fall into the gas and kill them all doing that thing. I need 30. I have items, raw materials. Broken engine, I have 6. Good. Good. I sold so many of those in the past, believing they would be utterly useless to me. Finding the money to be more useful at the time. Yeah, I'm just gonna grind this place out off stream. It's a bit late to, you know, go do something else though, but I could probably go turn in the quest to Popola. Oh, I can also turn in the fisherman thing. I'll go do those. Then I'll end the stream there, and I'll just sit here and commit robot genocide. For real. I have a katana. Go swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Popola, after fishing for some old man for like a week, I've finally done the mission you sent me out to do.
The death dream certainly is a strange illness.
Yeah, it was something all right.
Even I, with my natural love for words, have no desire to visit that place ever again.
You guys did well. You've been making a lot of long trips lately. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I'm okay. I can't just sit around all day while Yona's sick, after all.
If you say so.
So, anything I can do for you?
Well, I suppose there is one thing I could use a hand with. Have you heard about our plans to repair the canal? The work probably won't happen for a while, but once it's done, we can use the canal for trade and travel and all kinds of useful things.
Oh look, it's very likely the fast travel I've been wanting.
Unfortunately, however, we're a bit behind schedule at the moment. If you're willing to help out, I'd really appreciate it.
No problem. What do you need?
Great. So, the man I originally asked to help on this project hasn't shown up for work in a few days. I'm starting to get a little worried. So, maybe you can head over to Seafront and I'll mark the location of his house on your map. He always carries a red bag over his shoulder, so he should be easy enough to find.
Got it.
A canal, is it? Fascinating. If we had a ferry, we could put these days of endlessly running about behind us.
Don't you just float everywhere anyway?
Do you think I am borne aloft by the winds, lad? It takes stamina to maintain this height.
Oh, really?
You could at least try to hide the utter dismay, you know.
Chickens! Damn, right then would have been the perfect time to like say it and call it here for the stream, but I also do want to like turn in my fishing. We'll save in Seafront, I'll call it there, and yeah. It was nice having you all over for the stream. Thank you for stopping by. To both those who are still here and those who have come and gone. I'm gonna start with the fish first. Just in case he, like, drags me off somewhere random.
I've got the fit.
Well, scratch my back and call me Sally. Them's some rainbow trout, all right. You're getting better, young one. But this next technique is a tough one to learn. Best steel yourself.
Oh, hey, another week.
Fine work, son. Fine work indeed. I knew you'd make a good apprentice.
Let me rest.
I did not imagine fishing to be such an extreme activity.
You've come far, my apprentice. But now, this time I got a hankering for 5 bream.
Catching fish to shove down this old man's throat, I swear. But hey, I actually kind of enjoy the fishing, so... No foul.
Hey, are you the guy who's supposed to help repair the canal? Popel is...
Oh god, it's over. My life is over.
Surely you must realize nothing good can come of being involved with this particular endeavor.
Easy, Vice. Hey, so, are you alright? What?
It's my wife. She left home a week ago and hasn't come back.
Oh no, I shouldn't have gone on my fishing trip. What are the odds with that time scale? Could have saved his life sooner, but no, I went fishing with an old man for a week.
I'm so worried I can't even focus on my work. Oh, my sweet dumpling, where are you?
Oh, that's terrible. Would you like us to help you look for her?
Really? You do that for me?
Sure. But do you have any idea where we should start?
Well, she always used to enjoy drinking at the tavern with her friends.
All right, then I guess we'll start with them.
Thank you. This means the world to me. Oh, and by the way, my wife always carries a red bag, just like mine. If you mention that, it might ring some bells.
I've met some odd couples in my day, but none who felt the need to wander about flaunting matching luggage.
You need to get with the times. Coordinated outfits are all the rage. Plus, these bags are special. We bought them for our anniversary. But now my sweet dumpling is gone. And it's all my fault. Oh, God.
Okay. Just stay calm. We'll go look for her, all right? You sit tight.
I'm willing to bet that man knows more about his wife absconding than he's letting on.
Hey there, I'm, looking for a woman carrying a red bag.
Are you now? Interesting. Did something happen to her?
She hasn't been home and her husband's worried. Do you know anything about where she might be?
Trouble in paradise, is it? Oh, those two never change. Anyway, the short answer is no. She hasn't been around here either. Though come to think of it, she always got on well with the woman over at the tackle shop. Maybe you should try her?
I'll do that. Thanks.
Hey, what's the rush? You've got a cute face. Why not sit here and join me for a round? Or 3?
Sorry, ma'am, but I'm not old enough to drink.
welcome. We
No, that's not the techno shop.
hope you.
That's the fish shop. That's the techno shop.
Hey there, do you know a woman with a red bag by any chance?
A red bag? Oh, sure. Although now that I think about it, I haven't seen her in a while. Last time she came around, she mentioned something about leaving town, but I figured it was just idle talk.
Leaving town, huh? Oh.
If she has truly left this charming hamlet, finding her may prove most difficult indeed.
I just hope she hasn't been attacked by shades or anything.
Alright, I thought it was coming this way to see if he was... if that man had anything to say. Alright, I'm pretty sure this town is a save point. Yeah, it's over by the mailbox. That's right. The save point's at the post office. Since saving's done at a mailbox. What a weird save spot. Alright, well, that, I guess we'll call it here for today. I might be higher than level 14 the next time we see each other, but it was good hanging out with y'all. Thank you, and please do come again. Bye, have a good time. Twitch Studios, end stream.